same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Now here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're down with, the smoke that we're down with, the party we're through, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Bengals are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Eagles defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. So for the call of this Week 13 matchup, let's bring in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first carry for Ryan Matthews. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it'll be third down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
And he hits his man, Matthews. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A handoff left. It's Ryan Matthews. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way. From midfield, here's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Wentz. Now this is Randall here over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First carry now. This is Hill. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nigel Bradham brings him down. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Hill. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On second down, Ryan Matthews. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And some room to work. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And on 2nd and 10 now. A play fake to Hill. Dalton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Hill, the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time. Wentz to Matthews. 51 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Geno Atkins, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet. And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the 1st.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Ryan Matthews Andrews with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right up.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. And Dalton to throw. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Hits his target, Reuben Randall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's got time. He's going to take another shot here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And now to the air, Dalton throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And there's a flag on the field. A.J. Green. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Nugent on now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on first is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Wentz going deep here for Matthews. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Finding nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Donnie Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused and of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do. Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
380. 380. Dagger.
This is Pierman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
380. 380.
Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. 1st and 10 for Dalton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good game. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run with Pierman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down, Dalton. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And Dalton will just sneak it. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now it's Pierman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll stay on the ground. It's Pearman again. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Pearman. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Wentz. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. He's got Evans. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Okay, that was a fake punt, and it was successful. Throwing the football. I know you threw the football in your past off of a fake.
Yeah, but unsuccessful back in my high school days. Old Tim Jones dropped it, hit him right in the numbers. But I'll tell you what, these guys, they love this opportunity, don't they? A chance to get involved.
They certainly do, and many of them were quarterbacks or big-time players when they were in high school and college. So to get back doing what they did before, always fun.
On second down, here's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wentz. And Huff reels it in. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Here we go.
Wentz to throw on second down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Here we go now. Back down in our Philly. Here we go.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Matthews the intended target, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Dalton's going to sneak it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, you identified early that this game looked like it was going to be lopsided in favor of the winning team.
And then late in this one, you and I, we were digging at stuff, weren't we, to talk about, partner?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I think we brought up statistics from somewhere around circa 1927-28, hoping we could keep people going in this one.
Deep in the annals for this blowout win. So for the Bengals, the win gets them back to 500 and 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win.